Here's a quick guide on how to get the Anaconda in Elite Dangerous Odyssey. So your method is going to start at the menu. You want to hit continue, training, challenge scenarios, and SRV practice. You want to start your challenge and you want to load into your SRV. So once you spawn, you want to begin by looking for an area that's wide enough for the Anaconda to land. I'd recommend heading over here straight to the right side. You'll have some trouble trying to do it where you spawn as it's too rocky. The Anaconda will hover and head right back up. So just make your way, and once you hit these strips of rocks, it takes about 10-15 seconds, you'll be in a safe spot to recall the ship. Here they are. Hit your bottom panel and recall.
Ship recalled.
So just wait for the Anaconda to land. Once it's finished, just go dock to it like you normally do. If you're new to Elite, what you want to do is you want to drive your SRV underneath this orange boarding indicator. You want to wait for the bottom right of your screen, your board ship blip, to turn on. Once it's turned on, you're aligned and you can board. So they changed the mechanics of the SRV, so it's going to be a little new this time again. And there you have it, board ship is on, now you can board. Also, I did modify my game's GUI a little bit, so while mine's yellow, yours might be orange. Now the planet you spawn in is actually too hot for you to disembark. You can check this by checking the bottom panel, and it'll show you cannot disembark due to unsafe temperatures. So launch your ship, put your landing gear away,
Landing gear retracted.
and align your ship 90 degrees to be perpendicular to the planet. Now just start your friendship drive to Super Cruise and leave the planet.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
So from what I've read online from other commanders, you can actually disembark on the planet you spawn on. But from my experience trying the dark side, the midday, and in between craters, I have not been able to do this successfully. So I just recommend finding another planet. Now this next step's a little crucial. What you want to do is you want to envision a 90-degree turn from the radius of the planet to the star. Now what this will do is it'll get you out of the orbital plane, making the planets stick out more from the stars behind them. So you'll see from your left side panel you can't actually scan or have access to the other planets that way, so you're going to have to find them doing this method. Now if you're new to Elite and you're heading to a planet manually, if you look on the bottom to the right side, you'll see your speed. You want to keep that to the blue line, otherwise you'll go right past the planet, and when you can't mark them this time, it'll be a lot harder to find them again. So this planet, it was actually not landable. This yellow circle will indicate that. No problem, just head away and parallax again to find other planets. So just head for the planets that are more distant from the star, as they'll generally be more cooler and allowing you to disembark. You'll have a greater chance this way. So eventually you'll come across a planet that is landable. This blue circle will indicate this. Then you can start heading down. So I'm gonna head to this cool looking canyon on the planet. Now, once you're heading down towards the planet, you want to make sure your engine is up all the way. This will give your ship thrusters more boost and increase your maneuverability. Now, if you're new to Elite, you can manipulate this using your arrow keys if you're on keyboard. And if you look on the bottom right, you'll see your system, your engine, and your weapons. Some advice, you can prioritize some more power into your system over your weapons in case you do crash a little bit. It'll help your shields. So I believe this is actually the same planet I used in the previous video, so I know in advance that this planet is actually cool enough for me to disembark and walk around. Now, if you remember how previously when you were in the SRV looking for a flat spot to land the Anaconda, you're going to be doing the same thing this time around. Now, some advice is to look for a spot that's wide enough, not as textured, and not as steep. So this hillside looks pretty good. I'm going to head over this way. So just maintain a smooth and steady speed, get close, activate your landing gear. The bottom right will indicate that, and I'll just give it a second for the gear to actually deploy.
Landing gear deployed.
Once that's finished, look at the center, align your ship to the ground, and land. Now, if the planet was cool enough, you can actually disembark and you can finally walk around.
Shield online. Warning. Extremely high temperature detected. Low gravity detected.
Now, despite the extreme temperatures, I was still able to walk around. You may have the same issue on the opposite side. Your planet might be too cold. And that marks the end of the guide. Hopefully you found this useful. Have fun exploring a bunch of planets. There's a Jupiter-like world that's more distant from the star that actually has quite a few. And from what I've seen online, there's actually a station you can land on. Anyways, that's all for now. Have fun, and just remember the cake is a lie.